Hi everyone, it's Christmas Eve 2025. So I've been doing some snooping, trying to figure out why the city is coming at me for snow removal and why they're suddenly pitching a fit about something I've done for people for years. And I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been talking to people, and basically what I found out is that there's this company that started doing contracts recently, and they haven't been doing their job properly. Like, I've actually, one of the people that I do snow for had contracted with them and was not happy with their service because they weren't actually doing the job. They weren't clearing the sidewalk, they weren't clearing the snow by the house, they weren't doing any of it. They weren't coming back to clean it up after the plows go. But this, and then there's another person that I'm not doing snow removal for that's told me the same thing. So anyway, the other day, a couple of people that I talked to said that they saw a truck, likely belonging to this company, that had a plow on it, going and stopping in front of every driveway and marking down something and then driving off slowly across the block. Gathering information, it sounds like they did that across the whole town. Basically, I think they were scoping out to see who isn't paying them for snow removal so they could make complaints. And then, you know, they sent the police out. This is my theory and the theory of many other people that I talk to. This company is trying to get other people in trouble so that they can monopolize the snow removal and have more people pay them for it. I don't know. If that's true, that's a really awful thing to do to people, honestly. I didn't see the truck, but the people that I talk to are people that I trust. And it does seem like something that would happen here. I love our community, but our city council, they do weird things. Let me tell you what. They have this weird, like, no compete clause where no businesses can come in and compete with businesses that are already here. And so if this snow removal business has decided that they're the business here that, you know, they don't want competition, they're technically in their legal rights in this town to do so.
We confused Nezzy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, she woke up. She wasn't, like, usually she waits a little bit to go outside. We immediately went outside after she woke up. She didn't try to pull. She just looks at me like, what are we doing?
That's hilarious, though.
The dog, instead of bouncing around, the dog is just looking at Pat like, what are we doing?
That's funny.
Still half asleep, basically.
Did you get their trash cans out?
No?
Don't forget to do that. Because she'll try to do it herself and she's going to hurt her knee. One of the neighbors were helping out.
I doubt she'll try to do it herself.
She will.
Nah.
She did last week.
She was walking really... No, she didn't.
Or the week before. I don't know. She tries to do a lot of stuff that she shouldn't be doing right now.
But she asked us to.
Yeah, well, she asked us to yesterday, too.
Well, I don't know which cans are.
There's a big green can with a lid. That should be full. And some empty boxes. It's garbage pickup day, so we go around and help our friends take their trash out too. But yeah, here in our weird little town, they run it like an HOA for some reason. And they've started doing things like that where even if it's like one person doing some work that a company contracts for, they will target them because it's considered competition, which is really freaking dumb. Like, a lot of the people that I do snow removal and yard work for, they can't afford to pay a contractor. So, yeah, it's like, if that's what's happening here, it's blood-sucking varmints, basically, trying to get a monopoly on this and then not doing the job properly. I'm gonna do what my kids said though. Basically just videotape myself shoveling so that I have proof that I'm not violating any city codes and I'm not putting snow on the road, so that they can't come at me and claim that I did something wrong. Raytech wants me to sue the city for harassment. And I'm like, I don't know, because that's a lot. Oh, and I have another update from Dylan. Last summer, his former roommate had tried to yeah, it's going to trial. So I asked him if we have to be there for that, and he said no, but they give him updates on it. But I tell you what, it's a crazy year. A lot of ups and downs. I kind of wish I hadn't have dumped all my videos. I wish I would have gone through them before, just, But oh well, can't really change that now. And today's my sister's birthday. She's 2 years younger than me. She's always hated being a Christmas baby. Mostly because, friends and family would always be like, if they got gifts, they would combine birthday and Christmas. For both my sister and brother, because my brother's birthday was a couple days ago. I was a Halloween baby, which I also didn't like because my mom's family was always calling me evil because I was born close to Halloween. That was always such a weird thing to me. Babies don't choose when they're born. You need to come up higher, because on this side. Because it's Christmas Eve, I'm wearing my Christmas costume. People have been really enjoying my face paint. Especially the people I take care of. So I want to do something Christmassy. I'm glad it didn't snow this morning, because then I'd be out shoveling. But they're not gonna scare me off from helping my neighbors. That's ridiculous. Oh, and all the extra jobs I take on. I've been saving my money to get Rob a nice Christmas present, and I still fell short. I didn't quite have enough. He wanted a resin printer, but it was almost $600, and I only had $400. I had mentioned that out loud to the kids. I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna get it for his birthday then in February. And then Ronan jumps in and he goes, no, let me help. Such a sweet kid. So between the two of us, we bought it. It'll be here next week. We're gonna let the kids open one gift each tonight. The big kids, the bigger boys, all just wanted cash, so they already got theirs. They bought whatever they wanted to buy. Raytech spent his on clothes from Zumiez. And Ronan got a beer making kit so he can make beer for his beer bread. And Dylan bought a bunch of Dubai chocolate, like a bunch of it. I'm not sure if Robbie's actually spent his Christmas money. Oh yeah, he did. He bought a big fluffy blanket. Oh, this color I'm using, it's called Midnight Arc by Terra Moons. It's one of the new ones I got for Black Friday. And then this one is called Cygnus by Divina. You know, you would think that I would feel so Christmassy, but I don't. Like, even though I've been dressing up in Christmas outfits, helping my neighbors decorate their houses, doing the bell ringing and volunteering and baking, and, you know, all the Christmas things, it just doesn't feel like Christmas is supposed to feel. It just, I don't know. Without Tilk, it just doesn't feel like Christmas. This is empty. I got my new one anyway. Oh, I forgot blush. We're trying to, you know, make new Christmas traditions and all that. But it's hard. There's a lot of stuff we didn't do because it's too painful to do it without Tilk here. Maybe next year we'll do those things again. You know, the kids and I we were playing yesterday. I was wrestling with the three littles, playing a game that Dylan invented when he was like 5, called Dripping Soup. The kids pretend to be like carrots, potatoes, or onions or something. And my bed is the soup pot where I'm the chef and I, you know, put them on the bed, tickle them and tell them they have to stay put to be cooked. and then I pretend to fall asleep, and they run off, and I have to chase them over and over again. So we're playing that. It's been their favorite game, literally since Dylan was little when he came up with it, and it's a game that the bigger kids all taught to the littler kids, and it's just been kind of. I even wrote a storybook about it. It's just been something that, our family does. Just me and the little kids were playing and laughing and giggling and all that. And Ronan comes and plays with us, and then Corbin joins us, and pretty soon most of us were playing. And as everybody's giggling and tumbling around, I said, so most of the kids, when they got to be about 10 years old, stopped being the soup and started being a chef, the one that chases the little kids. And I said, this game really only has a few years left in it. And then he goes, you're right. A few more years, there's going to be no little kids to chase around. So, unless one of you guys has kids, And then Ellie, Theo, and Naomi, they all look at me and they're like, well, maybe we need some babies. And I said, oh, we can't have more babies. Daddy ran out of baby seeds. And the kids look at me and they're like, well, can you get more? And Theo goes, just go to the baby seed store. And then Ellie says, maybe you can ask somebody else for their baby seeds. And I said, no, that would be weird, going up to somebody and saying, hey, can I have your baby seeds? And Naomi says, no problem. Have Dad ask. He can go up to a guy and say, hey, can I borrow some baby seeds? And by this time, me and Ronan and the older kids were trying so hard not to laugh. So, I write down this conversation because it's definitely going in my comic books. And I text it to Rob. And he texts back a sarcastic reply, okay, I'll ask. I'm like, no. I do miss having toddlers and babies, but at the same time I don't. We're in a different stage of life now. When the kids were really little, I was worried how I would feel when that stage ended, when I didn't have tiny babies anymore. I thought I would really struggle with it. And then surprisingly, I didn't. I really felt ready to move on from that stage. And I found, some independence and a lot of joy in this stage. I enjoy caregiving because that gives me that outlet, I suppose, for my caretaking nature. And I'm helping people that need help. But also, I can step away and rest. Something you don't really get to do when you have toddlers and babies. So no, I'm content. And I also really don't want to put myself through another pregnancy. Especially the last one with the twins. It was so hard on my body. Also, there's this, I don't want to bring another baby into the world that will never know their brother. The idea of having a child that would have never known Teal'c, it's too much for me. You know, Teal'c was so unique. His needs were so different. And in a lot of ways, he shaped us. And I don't want to. I don't know. It just seems too sad. Making little green presents. And I'm gonna put bows on it too. And do some little green dots here and there too. Very Christmassy. I wish my green dress would have gotten here because I actually wanted to do a green dress today, but it's not gonna arrive till after Christmas, possibly into January now. Oh well. At least I'll have it for next year. Little yellow bows. I keep hoping that if I dress up all Christmassy, I'll feel more of the Christmas spirit, but it's just really not happening. Maybe I'll feel more Christmassy in July or August when these videos come out. That'd be kind of funny. I keep getting compliments on the little colorful freckles. I think it's cute how people all over town get excited to see my costumes or Ronan's costumes. Peppermints. Should I make the peppermints look like they're wrapped in something, maybe? Because that's what I was thinking of doing, like little bow things. No, that's just going to look silly. A very busy day today. Working both my jobs and helping out a few of my neighbors. And then I actually am going to be working a couple hours tomorrow, I think. I'm not entirely sure yet. And with the boys handling Christmas dinner, it's not a big deal. No, that's another thing that's different about this Christmas. We've always had tiny babies around, you know? Even last year, no, not last year, the year before, because last year we were busy with Robbie and making all the Christmas activities and stuff happen. But the year before, my niece and her babies were here. I'm wondering if my makeup, if my lipstick anyway is like too dark. Maybe I should do a brighter red. No, it's probably fine. Anyway, Christmassy face paint. See you guys soon.